I Like Scary. We are back. I hope you all are having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome day. It feels great to be a horror fan. So you all, today we're going to talk about some Halloween updates. And Danielle Harris possibly want to return back to the Halloween franchise. But before we get started, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps. So you all, Danielle Harris put on Instagram some time ago, and she pretty much just said that she wants to come back to Halloween. So she says this on her Instagram post. 15 years ago this weekend, my career changed. The rest of my life's path, I was stuck in a career that was struggling, not knowing who I was supposed to be when it had been chosen for me. 35 years ago, I was just too young to understand it. Thank you, Rob Zombie and Malek, Akkad, for making that happen. I'm forever grateful to all my fans for welcoming me back into the Halloween franchise with so much love and support. I love the horror community and the forever friends I've been making along the way. Now we just need to bring Jamie back for a final showdown with the Boogeyman. So you all, that is one of the things I want to tell you all. What she said. Now this is interesting, just her kind of saying she wants to see the Halloween 4 storyline, revisited and continue, which, like I said, man, this is one of the options I think they should do. This is not, my only option. I would like to see them try to do a fresh start and, bring in some new characters, a new group of teens, maybe, a new group of someone that might, a new group of kids that Michael can stalk, and, I think it'll be crazy, kind of bring that babysitting aspect in and bring that 78 feel back to the big screen. But this is also a possibility to have Danielle Harris appear back in Halloween in the future. Also, I would love to see Rachel come back. Like I said, I'm a big Rachel fan when it comes to Final Girl. She did her job in Halloween 4, and I love Halloween 4. Also, I want to touch on something that Danielle Harris brought up on a Talk Scary to Me podcast, which we all know about this podcast. Scott Teleconf and Danielle Harris. It's a fun podcast. Big shout out to them because they kill it. But they kind of just talked about, Halloween and everything. And Danielle Harris brought up that she talked to Malek Akkad and kind of threw him a pitch. I'm going to submit this video right here so you guys can check it out. Here you go.
So I had this idea because everybody obviously always asks me, and I had shared this with Malek Akkad actually. But everybody always asks, obviously, would I ever come back to Halloween?
Yeah, I know you addressed that in the podcast.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, obviously not as anything other than Jamie, but I wonder what would happen after Halloween ends. I think it'd be really cool if they brought Jamie back. Since Jamie Lee Curtis is gone, I'm assuming she's going to be gone after this.
Yeah, they have to do something.
They got to do something.
They have to do a massive thing. They have to do. I really hope they do something fucking cool with those two, holding each other and dying at the same time.
Well, I don't think it's going to be over. Adopted and told that her mom was dead just to protect her. She's obviously alive and has kids that know nothing about her. Moved out of Haddonfield after the ordeal with her stepfather to the city. Changed their names. Jamie went through major therapies and treatments for her trauma. That part of her life is behind her. She lives in a big city, Chicago, happily married. She's got 2 young children. One of her daughters is showing signs of mental illness, and Jamie's picking up on it. Is it genetic in the family? Are the visions and nightmares she's having triggering her and jarring memory where we, as the audience, see momentary acts of violence? Is she still connected to Michael Myers and his visions like she was in Halloween 5? Does her husband know anything about her past? Will he seek out Jamie Lee Curtis to bring closure? I think I meant she. Will she seek out Jamie Lee Curtis to bring closure? Will Jamie seek her out? Does she know she exists?
So pretty much touching on what Danielle Harris said on a Talk to Me Scary podcast. I like it. This is a great way to incorporate Jamie back in Halloween, basically saying that she's went through trauma. She's been, going to therapy for her trauma, and she kind of just gets pulled into Halloween again as she gets older. And we know in Halloween 5 she had like these visions of Michael, like there was someone connected, that Michael's her uncle and everything. So I think that's very crazy how she said maybe it's passed down hereditary to one of her daughters. I think that can work. I think that can really work. Now, you know, the Vision thing, I don't know how everyone will feel about the Vision thing with Jamie Lloyd, but it did happen in the Halloween franchise, so it's nothing new. But I think it would be really crazy to kind of have Jamie Lloyd like warn and people like, I feel him, he's coming back. Just like, you know, in Halloween 5, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel him, he's coming, he's closer and stuff like that. That would be crazy. And I really do like how she said that, you know, how her and Jamie don't even, you know, how her and Laurie Strode is not even, you know, knowing about each other, you know. And I think that's very crazy. And, you know, in Halloween 4, you see her get the shoebox and you get the picture of Laurie Strode, but she's never met her. And she touched on this, Danielle Harris, saying that she's adopted, you know, so she's never got to, you know, see her mom. And, you know, in Halloween 4, Laurie Strode got rolled off. She got rolled off. And I think it will work just off the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis said she's not coming back. You can push forward with Jamie Lloyd. And it's some fans that actually love that timeline with 4 and 5. I know I do. I love Danielle Harris, and I definitely think she will be a great choice to bring back Halloween. Like I said, there's many other ways that you can go with this franchise. Fresh starts, continuing off of Halloween 2. You can do the same thing David Gordon Green did if you wanted to do that. But I feel that Jamie Lloyd is very solid, you know, and everything, especially if you want to kind of even put Rachel in there somehow, some way. That's only if you kind of cut off Halloween 5 and kind of continue off 4. But from what Danielle Harris is saying right here on the podcast, she's saying that she would like them to continue from 4 and 5, which I would love. And saying her husband knows nothing about her history. You know, maybe almost similar to H2O, how Jamie Lee Curtis changed her name. Maybe Danielle Harris does the same. And she kind of reveals to her husband, my uncle was the boogeyman, Michael Myers. And I would love that. Maybe she's like just telling everyone, I feel it, he's coming. Maybe she has like a certain friend out there that she can vent to that knows who Jamie Lloyd really is. She's like, I feel it. She's like, you're tripping now, and Michael really comes back. Only thing I would say change is the fucking mask. Just definitely change the mask. But I mean, and have her daughters and everything, and it's surrounded around Danielle Harris and Michael Myers. It will be different. It will be different. It will be something new. It will be something that we know about due to it being, you know, taken off of Halloween 4 and 5. We know Jamie Lloyd, and that is kind of like a fresh start. You know, we saw Jamie Lloyd when she was younger. Now she's an older adult, so it can be years later, like a time jump, similar to what they did with Laurie Strode and H2O. That's why I just keep getting an H2O feel, but this time with Danielle Harris. And you can just have fun with this type of movie. But I also like the idea, like I said, once again, of a new, fresh start. But I don't know who will have a pair on them to go for Halloween 78 after, you know, what happened with Rob Zombie's Halloween. Maybe someone's like, hold up, I don't want to get into that. Fans are coming hard for Halloween, you know. Either way, I love what Danielle Harris said. And it's crazy because she tossed this pitch to Malek Akkad. So her and Malek Akkad obviously are talking and conversating, and it sounded like he kind of liked the pitch that Danielle threw to him, but it's not going nowhere right now as of now because we haven't got any updates. But I mean, if it comes back, you guys, and you know, Halloween comes back and Danielle Harris is front line, we know that this conversation they had about her throwing this pitch to him, he loved it, and he decided to push forward with it, because I just gave it to you guys with her throwing Malek Akkad the pitch about Jamie Lloyd coming back and as an adult and reuniting with the boogeyman. So comment down below what you guys think about everything Danielle Harris said. And also, do you guys want to see Halloween get a fresh start? Do you feel like someone can take on Halloween and give it, you know, what it needs and impress the fans? So yeah, you guys, once again, unfortunately, this is the end of the video. I got some more Halloween content coming. The Welcome to Haddonfield podcast this Thursday at 8:30. We're going to be talking more Halloween 45th anniversary. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, you guys, I want you all to hit me up on my social medias at ILIKESCARY on Instagram, ILIKESCARY _ on TikTok, Brandon on Facebook, ILIKESCARY on Twitter, and right there where it says subscribe, next to it, click join and become a member of the channel. Check out the Patreon, exclusive content and benefits. And yeah, you all, I want you all to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. I love you all. Peace.